Hey everybody, and welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jack and Later, still in Lake Jackson. So this one's coming from my little galley kitchen here in Dickinson, Texas, of all places. So, excuse the broken glasses and the shirt that has no sleeves. It's been a really crazy couple of weeks, but that happens. But this one, it was a couple of comments on a couple of different social media sites. We've done a lot of fried fish before, but as one of the comments said, catfish is different. So, we're going to revisit fried fish. We're going to do catfish. We're going to show you how to kind of cut it off the bone as best I can. My knives are not great. So I found a couple of things at the Asian food market, which was really awesome. So before we get into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe to all the YouTube stuff. There's a link down the doobly-doo for merch. We very much appreciate that. We're a small business. And let's just get into the food. I know everybody hates it when people talk before recipes. I got you. Let's do it. Food. Let's do the thing. Alright, first you're going to need some catfish. You can go catch it yourself, or do like I did and just go buy it at this one I got from H-E-B. It was like $7 for a bunch of fish. And then you can get some of these other ones. Still got the bone-in stuff that I got from the Asian food market for like $5. These turned out really thick. I could have cut them down. I'm going to dress them with some hush puppies and maybe some french fries for like $2. So that's up to you. To make this, we're going to need some salt, some flour. Easy. You can use a fancy salt if you're up to it. You're going to need some oil for frying. I get the vegetable stuff just because that's the cheapest I can find. You're also going to need some cornmeal. This is the important part. This is why people said that I didn't do the other fish properly. We're going to cut it with a little bit of flour, but that's what you should do with it. Now I'm going to use some of the Old Bay seasoning just to throw a little flavor into it, and some black pepper. You can also add some salt in there too. You're going to need 2 eggs and a little bit of milk here. I'm going to go super fancy with my breading here. I'm not going to make a full batter. I'm just going to do breading stuff, so whole milk is the way to go with that. So you get your fish here. This one's, like I said, it's just a cut off tail of a catfish. Catfish don't have scales. They have skin, so you can leave the skin on there or you can pull it off yourself. Now if you want to fillet this out, get you a sharp knife. I said sharp knife. I don't have a sharp knife. I need to send my knives off to Andy. So just get it down the middle, see where the bones are, and just run it right along the ribs there. And you can just pull it all the way down towards where the tail would have been, and then just cut it a few more times, and it'll just pull it loose from there. Okay, see? You'll feel it, you'll hear it rattling against those bones. Sometimes it takes a little while, it takes a little bit of practice, and it takes a much sharper knife. I apologize to the fish and the knife gods like Andy, but just pull that off of there, and then you can do it on the same side. See, the bones are still on the inside. Pull the knife down, pull those off. Now these are a little bit bigger. You can take these and cut them, but like I said, that skin's still on there. That skin's a little tough. And runaway fish. And my knife isn't that sharp, so I can just kind of drag it down this way. I think I'm using like a paring knife. But yeah, or you can get your old school secret weapon here out and just bust out your shears. Bam. Just cut it right down the middle. Now, like I said, you can take the skin off. You can, run some hot water over it, pull it off, whatever. But I'm not going to do that. So when we're going to do our breading, do a cup of milk and 2 eggs in one bowl. Go ahead and put these in here. Then you're going to get a whisk, and then you're going to whisk the bejeebles out of it. Just go ahead and put those in there. Get rid of your shells, unless you want to keep them for your morning coffee. Get you a whisk, and then just beat them up real good. Nice and yellow, whatever. I'm not really that fast. I swear. I'm really slow in real life. I forget what I said. So then we're going to make a little mix here. I'm going to use 1 big cup of the cornmeal and then a 1/4 cup of flour. And then we're going to season this. This is the part I'm going to season. So I'm going to use this Old Bay. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of it. It can be a little spicy for some people that are the Caucasus Mountains. I get that. So you can just season it with just salt and pepper. I'm going to add just another teaspoon of black pepper as well, just to go right on top of this. Get you a fork or a knife and just give it a nice stir. Make sure that's nice and blended. Before you do that, it'll turn into a nice, gorgeous yellow color with just the specks of the seasoning in it, which is just really nice. So there's 2 ways to do this. There's 2 schools of thought when it comes to this. Is one, you just go straight into your liquid mixture and then right into the powder. So you just get in that, skin it all, right into your egg and milk. Get all your excess off, and then right into the thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and do 2 coats of this. Let's go ahead and toss it around, make sure it's nice and coated. If you want to pick up some of the actual the dries, the powder, and cover it, that's fine, but I'm going to take it and just put it on a plate to the side. Okay. The other school of thought is powder first, right? Then over into your wets, and then back into the dries. It's an extra step, but that's how I was taught. It's always supposed to stick better, coat better. I don't know. I've never really seen the difference other than just the amount of steps. So I've had this, going to put it in the fridge for about 20 minutes, in the freezer for about 10. Once you get those, see how that kind of, it solidifies that milk and stuff on there a little bit. You can just go ahead and cook it then, or you can go ahead and do it again. Just into your dries, into your wets, back into your dries. You'll be surprised at how much doesn't wash off when you do this. Just go ahead and toss it. I personally like the thicker coating of doing 2 coats of this and get it nice and coated, and then just set it off to the side until you're ready to cook. You can put it back in the fridge too if you want. I had to do a lot of these so they went back into the thing. So get you a decent sized skillet, one that has a little bit of depth to it, and you want to turn it up to about medium high. Put it on a 6 out of 9, and then we're going to put about 2 cups of oil because we're going to fry a bunch of stuff in here. This is not healthy. I mean, pescatarian and fish stuff is usually healthier than redfish, but we are frying it with a lot of oil here, so keep that in mind. Also, I'm watching the Neebs guys play some, either Enshrouded or Ark. I think I watched both the videos while I was doing this, just to let you know what I'm doing here. So you can go ahead and test this out with the fish. You'll see it bubble as it starts to get healing. Again, heating. You'll notice again that you want it to bubble. You don't want it to spatter. So if it starts spattering and popping out of the skillet, turn your heat down. Okay, so you can see it starting to bubble a little bit there as it's going. It'll bubble good. Here we go. That's what we're looking for when it's at a full cook. And it took about 5 to 7 minutes, and then go ahead and turn it over, and you can see that that golden brown color starting to come out. So go ahead and turn it over and let the other side cook for another 3 to 5 until it's brown on both sides. Like this one is not quite ready. You can see where some of the batter came off and stuck to the bottom of the skillet there. That one's still really soft and not brown. So once you start getting these turned over, get your secret weapon, the actual secret weapon, your tongs with your plate with a paper towel on it. Go ahead, drip off some of that excess oil, put it on there. And then go ahead and check all the rest of them, because you put them in there at the same time. A couple of them are going to be finished around the same time. These other ones got in there later, and they're around the edge of the skillet, so they cook a little bit slower. So just be sure to check them, make sure they don't all come off at once. Make sure they all got the brown color, that they've all had some kind of cooking done to them. Okay? And then as soon as you pull them out of the oil, that's when you want to try to salt them. If you want to season them afterwards, like you just got them out of the oil, get you just a pinch of salt, not a whole lot, and just kind of sprinkle a little bit. I don't do a lot of salt anymore, but sometimes it helps, and some people are addicted to it. But that's it. I just dressed mine with some simple baked pre-made hush puppies that were like $1.50, and some French fries that were on sale for like $1, and then some tartar sauce, man. You can use the chili sauce or red sauce or cocktail sauce. It's up to you, or whatever you put on your catfish. Put it down in the comments. Let me know what you'd use in your comments. But yeah, this is how most of the restaurants around here do it. It's how one of my grandparents did it. I can't tell you which one, but this is how I learned elsewhere on how to do it. Just kind of condensed it down into this one cooking thing. So absolutely let me know if you try this, if you're a fan of catfish. If you're not, if you refuse to because it's a bottom feeder, whatever, let me know. So there you have it. Catfish is different. So I don't know if it's like my grandmother made. If you do it differently, you want to see me do it differently, again, put it on the comments. That's what it's for, both here and over on social medias. You can find us on Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon, where all those are Live Between Check's Kitchen, and also on Instagram at Live Between. We had to shorten it down over there. You can also find me, Osway Nerdy, on all those, including over on Twitter and TikTok, but I'm generally either talking LARP stuff or painting miniatures or nerd stuff, comic books, action figures, whatever. But we'll talk cooking too. That's fine. Just hit me up. I will see y'all next time. Y'all please enjoy the food, and y'all be safe. Please.